Hello CA Foundation students, how are you all? Hope so you all are good and doing well at your home, and also you are doing studies seriously, guys. Hope so you all are doing properly your studies, taking it too seriously, and hope so you all are enjoying Navratri also. Okay, as Navratri is also going on, and you must be enjoying. Every one of you must be enjoying with having Garba, Dandiya, and all of the things. And some of you are like, "Ma'am, what is Navratri? It is like a festival." Okay, so everyone, but I think a Navratri is a festival which everyone celebrates. Okay. So once again, Prachi Paliwal this side will teach you economics and PCK for CA Foundation December 2021. Okay, guys. And before proceeding with our lecture, you should know, guys, that you have to join our Telegram channel to have the live updates regarding the lectures of all of the faculties. That is what CA Foundation English channel, CA Foundation English Telegram channel. The link of the channel is given below in the description box. You can click on the link and you can join the channel so that you will be able to have all of the live updates regarding the lecture of any subject. Okay, all the teachers, all the educators will provide their schedule on that Telegram channel, or any of the other important information will be provided there. So you have to join that Telegram channel for having the latest update regarding the CA Foundation English channel educators. Okay, apart from this, yes, timetable till 31st of October. Till 31st of October, all the three faculties will follow this timetable. Okay, so timetable for all of the three faculties is here in front of you, guys. For the month of October, the timetable for all the three faculties will be followed this. Okay, so for maths, that is what Neeraj sir will take your YouTube class at 8 p.m. Monday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. He will take your special class at 8 p.m. Tuesday and Wednesday. He will take your plus class at 8:30 to 9:30 on Thursday, Friday, and when we talk about Punarvas sir, he will be there to take your law classes 8:45 a.m. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday on YT. Special classes timing will be 8:45 a.m. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and plus class timing will be 7:30 a.m. on weekdays. Okay. And as for Prachi ma'am, the timing will be 11 a.m. daily on YT. Okay, 1 p.m. for special classes on Wednesday and Tuesday. And when we talk about plus batch, so it will be like at 9 a.m. daily. Okay, 9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. And apart from that, Friday evenings, that is what our weekend. So on Friday evenings, we all three will be there for taking the Maha Mega Menti quiz of all of the three subjects at 7 p.m. So all the three faculties will be there on Friday for taking your Mega Maha Menti quiz of law, economics, and maths, and it will be at 7 p.m. on Friday. So make a note, guys. 7 p.m. on Friday, all the three faculties will be there to take the Menti quiz for all of the three subjects. So please make a note for this timetable, everyone. Please make a note when and which faculty will be there to take the classes for maths, law, and economics. Got everyone? Okay. So as you all know, okay, before that, we should also know something about this. Okay. So till now, if you have not subscribed with Plus or Iconic courses, so guys, you have to subscribe for Plus and Iconic courses for having the benefit, for having the maximum benefit of the platform. Okay, as if you want to study sequentially, as if you want to study very regularly, briefly, and in a very serious manner, then you have to join for Plus and Iconic courses. As here, we the educators are responsible for each and every service. So to have the maximum benefit of the platform, you have to subscribe for Plus and Iconic courses. And if you will go for Plus or Iconic courses, all the doors will be open for you. As you can attend the Plus batch also of any educator, you can attend the YT sessions also, you can attend the special class also. But as if you are not subscribing for Plus and Iconic, so the limited benefit will be availed to you, and all of the syllabus will be not completed, as we the educators take only important topic on YT and special classes, or very brief topics. As if you want the detailed study of each and every topic in a very much sequence, then you have to go for Plus and Iconic courses, so that you will be able to avail the benefit of Plus and Iconic course. As if you will go with Plus, you will have the benefit of live class, weekly test, structured course, and unlimited access. So these are the benefits which you will be getting as you are subscribing for Plus. And as if you are going for Iconic, so apart from the benefits which you are getting for Plus, more than that you will get in the Iconic batch, as you will get the study planner, study material, expert guidelines, test analysis, personal guidance. These are the features, these are the services which you will get in Iconic. Okay. Apart from this, many more batches are also streaming on an Academy's platform. You can go and watch the lectures, as this is what the best option which an Academy provides you, as you can choose your educator. You are the king of the market, guys. Okay. The important thing, as you can see, guys, there are different subscription plans for 24 months, for 12 months, for 6 months, and for 3 months. So for 3 months, if you will go, so the fees will be 9,000 rupees, okay, and 3,000 per month. And if you will go for 6 months, the fees will be 10,800. If you will go for 12 months, the fees is 14,400. And for 24 months, the fees is 19,800. But as if you will go with the referral code, that is what Prachi 10, so you will be able to get the 10% discount, guys. So with if you are using the code Prachi 10, so you are be able to get the 10% discount on your fees. As you are using the referral code Prachi 10, you are eligible for the subscription discount of 10% and the fees will be reduced. And if you will ask me, ma'am, which plan is better, which subscription plan is better, so I will suggest you that 12 months or 24 months plan is more better according to your pocket. So 12 months plan and 24 months plan is a very pocket convenient plan, as if you go for 6 months or 3 months. And if you want to join it again, so it will be like more costly. Okay, so according to effectiveness, if you will think, so 24 months plan and 12 months plan is more effective. Okay, okay. And as if for Plus Iconic also, you can see the fees for 24 months is 52 200, 12 months is 31,500, and 6 months is 22,500. As if you will get the 10% additional discount, as if you will use the code PRCHI Prachi 10. Okay, either you can go for Plus, either you can go for Iconic. All are the cost friendly for you, all are pocket friendly for you guys, as an Academy thinks about your pocket. And you can subscribe any of the plan, and you can also reduce your 10% fees by using the code Prachi 10. Okay, okay guys. So with this, as you all know, in the last lecture we have seen we have seen the differentiate between public company and private company. So in the last lecture we have discussed the concept of public company versus the private company. We have seen the meaning of company, we have seen the private company, we have seen the public company. First we have seen the meaning, then we have seen the differentiation, as we have seen public company versus private company, the battle we have seen in the last lecture, and all of the points we were covered. In this lecture, we are going to study the concept of private limited company, private, sorry guys. In this class, we are going to study partnership versus LLP. What we are going to study? Partnership versus LLP. In this lecture, we are going to study the battle between partnership and LLP. Partnership and limited liability. Okay. The topic for today is partnership firm versus limited liability partnership. As you all know, this is the part of your chapter number 1 from BCK. As you are having chapter number 1 in BCK, introduction to BCK, in that we are having the last topic, that is what business organization. And there we have to study 5 business organization: sole proprietorship, HUF, partnership, LLP, and company. So here we are going to study that part of the chapter, that is what partnership versus LLP. Actually, we are going to study the differentiate between partnership and LLP. And this we are going to study because lot many MCQs can be asked from this topic. As from that chapter, the last part, that is what business organization, is very important, as many MCQs can be asked from that topic. So in this lecture, we are going to study partnership firm versus LLP. Partnership firm versus limited liability partnership. So what is the difference between partnership and limited liability partnership? We are going to do a versus study today. Differentiate, a battle. Okay. So first of all, before starting with the topic, we should know the basic meaning of partnership and LLP. So what is all you mean by partnership? Okay, so one by one we are going to study what do you mean by partnership, and then we will study the differentiate between them. So what is the meaning of partnership? Ma'am, very easy. We all know what is the meaning of partnership. When two or more people, when two or more persons come together to earn profit or to do the business activity is all about your partnership. When two or more people come together to perform a business activity with a view to earn profit, that is what your partnership. Note down. When two or more people come together to perform a business activity with a view to earn profit is all about your partnership. Okay, so let's see what is the meaning is all about. Partnership employs contractual co-ownership of business. It is a relationship between two or more persons who agree to share the profit of the business. Once again, partnership implies contractual co-ownership of business. It is a relationship between two or more persons who agree to share the profit of the business. Simply, when two or more persons come together to perform a business activity with a view to share profit, with a view to earn profit, that is what all about your partnership. Okay? The business may be carried on by all or by some of the partners or the active partner for all and the behalf of. That means what can happen? All the partners can perform the business, or some of the partners will perform the business on behalf of all. So, the sum of the partners which are performing the business on behalf of all, that are the active partners. So, it can happen. All can be there to perform the business, or some can be there to perform the business on behalf of all. That means here the partners are the agents of each other. As if one partner is not there, I will work on behalf of him. So that is what all can also work, and some can also work on behalf of all. This is what you have to remember. Very important thing. Where all the partners can work, or some of the partners can work on behalf of all. And the partners who will work will be treated to be as active partners. Okay? Next. The contract and agreement enforceable by the law. Whatever the agreement they are doing amongst them, that will be enforceable by law as the partnership is registered. As if your partnership will be registered under Partnership Act 1932. So whatever the agreement the partners have been made, that will be enforceable by the law. And the agreement can be verbal or can be written. Both will work. The agreement between partners can be verbal or can be written. It can be a verbal agreement, it can be a written agreement. Both will work. And it is all about the agreement which is there between the partner is known as the partnership deed. Whatever the agreement the partners are signing, that agreement is known as partnership deed. And that partnership deed consists of terms and conditions regarding the partnership, whatever the profit they will share with each other, what are the terms and conditions they should follow, who will work, that what work will be done by whom. That is what all terms and conditions will be clear in that partnership deed regarding profit, regarding all of the terms and conditions, regarding interest, regarding remuneration, all of the things that will be cleared in that partnership deed. So partnership deed means what? Agreement between the partners which consists of all terms and conditions is known as your partnership deed. And it can be verbal, it can be written. This is the important thing. MCQ question, they can ask you the partnership deed can be oral, written, both A and B, none of the above. So what you will write? Both A and B. The partnership deed can be verbal and can be written. Okay, it's called as deed. Is the as the partnership deed is the essence of the partnership. Yes, the partnership deed is the essence of the partnership. It may be verbal or written. It specifies the basis of association of the person in the partnership business. Example, capital contribution, profit sharing ratio, means all these things will be specified in your partnership deed, that what should be the profit, what should be the profit ratio, what should be the capital contribution. All these things will be specified in your partnership deed. The deed may be registered in India under the Indian Partnership Act 1932, and as the deed is registered under Indian Partnership Act 1932, so it will be like after the registration it is enforceable under the eyes of law. Anyone can sue you, and you can also sue anyone after the registration. So as having the registration under Indian Partnership Act 1932, you will enjoy many of the benefits as you are the registered firm. So one by one, please recall what we have seen, what we have studied. As partnership is the association or when two or more persons come together to perform a business activity for sharing a profit is all about your partnership. And here all the partners will work, or some partners will work on behalf of all. That is what the active partners. And there is an agreement between the partners that is known as deed, partnership deed. And that is the essence of partnership. The deed is the essence of partnership, which can be verbal or written. And it contains all the terms and conditions regarding the partnership. Got it, everyone? And your partnership will be registered under Indian Partnership Act 1932. Got it? Okay. So this was all about the basic meaning of your partnership. Now let us read the meaning of limited liability partnership. That is what LLP. So now what we are going to see, the limited liability partnership meaning. Okay. LLP form of business organization is the one where the liability of the partners is limited. Yes, the most important thing, the core of this topic, the heart of this topic is that where the liability of the partners is limited. As when we talk about the partnership, there the liability of the partner is unlimited. There the liability of the partner is unlimited. What do you mean by unlimited liability? Unlimited liability means where the personal assets of the partners will be considered for doing the payment of the firm, for paying the debts of the firm. When the personal assets of the partners have been considered, that is the meaning of unlimited liability. Unlimited liability follows up in partnership. And when we talk about limited liability partnership, as if the name suggests, limited liability, that means in this partnership, the partners will have the limited liability. Got it, everyone? So, under limited liability partnership, the partners will be having the limited liability. Once again, under the limited liability partnership, the partners will have the limited liability, as the name suggests. It has to be mandatorily incorporated, registered under the Limited Liability Partnership Act 2009. Okay, this is what the thing which you have to remember. Mandatorily. The important word is what? Mandatorily. One second. One second, please. Sorry. What they are saying to you? Just one second. What they are saying to you? Ki your LLP should be mandatorily registered under Limited Liability Partnership Act 2009. They are not giving you any option mandatorily. What do you mean by mandatory? Mandatory means compulsory. You have to do that. There is no option. If you are forming a LLP, then that LLP should be registered under LLP Act 2009. There is an act, there is a special act, Limited Liability Partnership Act 2009, and in that act, your liability, your in that act, your LLP should be registered. Got it, everyone? So LLP should be mandatorily registered under LLP Act 2009. There is no option. And if you have been concentrated what I am teaching, so you can see when we have seen the registration point of partnership, there it was not mandatory written. In that time, when we were studying the concept of partnership, at that time we have not used the word mandatory for having the registration of partnership under Indian Partnership Act 1932. That is what the difference. These are the slight small difference, but creates a lot difference in that. These are the small things, but create a big difference. As there the word mandatory was not used, but here we are using the word mandatory. That means registration of LLP is mandatory as compared to partnership. Okay. The Ministry of Corporate Affairs, the apex body of regulation of company form of the business organization in India, oversees the governance of the LLP too. In simple, what they are trying to say, the governance of LLP is seen by Ministry of Corporate Affairs, MCA. Simple. What they are trying to say, that governance of LLP is seen by MC. Who is the governing body for LLP? So the governing body for LLP will be MC. Repeat after me. The governing body for LLP is MCA. Who is MCA? Ministry of Corporate Affairs. So the governing body of LLP is MCA. Again after me. The governing body for LLP is MCA. Okay. For the purpose of compliance with the regulation thus imposed, the LLP Act provided for designated partners. Yes. So whatever the things are mentioned in LLP Act, that compliance should be done by designated partners. Here the partners are known as designated partners. Here the partners are known as designated partners, and these designated partners are having the responsibility to comply all of the things which are written in LLP Act. Whatever the things which are imposed, whatever the regulations are there under LLP Act, so the designated partner is having the responsibility to comply that. So the compliance of rules and regulation under the LLP Act will be done by designated partner. MCQ question very important. MCQ question very important. That all the responsibilities for rules and regulations under the LLP Act will be followed by designated partner. Upon incorporation, sorry, one second. Upon incorporation, LLP becomes a separate legal entity and has an identity name and identification number also. That means, as after doing the registration under LLP Act 2009, so LLP becomes a separate legal entity in the eyes of law. So LLP becomes a separate legal entity under the eyes of law, having its own name, having its own identification number, and as well as life with the perpetual succession. As a company is having a perpetual succession, and as you all know, what do you mean by perpetual succession? I've told you this in the last lecture. So here the LLP is also having the perpetual succession, as because he is having the separate legal entity in the eyes of law, and having the separate legal entity in the eyes of law with the identification number and identity name. So as if LLP is also enjoying the feature of perpetual succession. Heard everyone? Very good. Now let us, as we have seen the meaning of both partnership and LLP. We have seen the meaning of both partnership and LLP. LLP is all about where the liability of the partner is limited. You have to mandatorily register it under LLP Act 2009. It is governed by MCA, and all the things will be complied by designated partner. And LLP is a separate legal entity under the eyes of law and having a perpetual succession. These are the points. Okay, so in brief, how you will remember? Okay, 4 points for LLP and 4 points for partnership. When we talk about partnership, so partnership is all about when the two or more person come together to do the business or sharing a profit is partnership. It is having a deed. Okay, what is partnership deed? It is an agreement. It can be verbal or it can be oral. Okay, after that, the partnership deed specifies all of the things regarding the terms and condition of the partnership, and after that it should be registered under Indian Partnership Act 1932, and where all partners will work or some of the partners will work for all. So these are the 4 points which you can remember for partnership. When we talk about LLP, so it is a partnership where the partners are having the limited liability. mandatory to be registered under LLP Act 2009. MCA is the governing body, and designated partners are the partners for the compliance of the rules and regulation under the LLP Act, and having the separate legal entity and perpetual. I think after this you will be able to rectify this. You will be able to learn whatever the things I have told you. As so many times I have repeated that, it must be learned to you. Okay? Next. So now we will study the difference between partnership and LLP, the comparative study between LLP and partnership. Okay, so all of you are ready? Okay. Let me have a sip of water. Okay, guys. First point, applicable law. Which law is applicable to partnership and which law is applicable to LLP? So the law which is applicable to partnership is Indian Partnership Act 1932. The law which is applicable to partnership is Indian Partnership Act 1932. And the law which is applicable to LLP is Limited Liability Act, that is for 2008. The law which is applicable to LLP is what? LLP Act 2008. Yes, sorry, the correction, as here it is written 2009, but it is not Limited Liability Partnership Act 2009, it is Limited Liability Partnership Act 2008. So please guys make a correction that it is LLP Act 2008, not LLP Act 2009. Okay? Okay. Okay, so Indian Partnership Act 1932, and for LLP it is the Limited Liability Act 2008. Okay. Then registration. When we talk about Partnership Act, as I have told you, when we were studying the Partnership Act, the registration was while talking about the registration. When we were studying about the registration, the word mandatory was not used. They were all about you have to register the partnership. If you want to register the partnership, you can register the partnership under Indian Partnership Act 1932, so that you will be able to avail the benefit and it will be enforceable under the law. But the registration is optional. That is up to you. You want to register the partnership or not. And as if you will register, you will be having a position in the eyes of law. And as if you will not register your partnership, you will not enjoy the benefits under the law. Whatever the thing you are having will be not enforceable under the law. Okay. So when we talk about partnership, so the registration is optional. And when we talk about LLP, so the registration is compulsory, as we have seen. You have to register your LLP mandatorily under LLP Act 2008. Got it, everyone? Creation. Company by an agreement and it is created by law. Yes. As partnership is created by the person coming together voluntarily, they are making an agreement, and with the help of that agreement, what is that agreement? That agreement is deed. Everyone know that agreement is all about deed. All the people, all the person come together, and with they are forming a deed, and there is a creation of your partnership. And when we talk about LLP, so LLP is created by the law. LLP is created by the law. Got it, everyone? Then body corporate. Body corporate cannot become a partner. Yes, a body corporate cannot become a partner under a partnership. A body corporate become a partner in LLP. So a body corporate cannot become a partner under partnership. Here, the individual person, the natural person, are allowed to become a partner in case of partnership. But when we talk about LLP, so the body corporate is allowed to become a partner under the LLP. So in simple terms, in under partnership, only natural person are allowed to become the partner. And when we talk about LLP, so the body corporate is also allowed to become a partner. Then point number 5, separate legal entity. So when we talk about partnership, the partnership does not enjoy any separate legal entity. But as we talk about LLP, so here LLP is all about separate legal entity, enjoys the status of separate legal entity in the eyes of law. Okay, so LLP enjoys the status of separate legal entity in the eyes of law. And when we talk about partnership, So partnership does not enjoy separate legal entity status in the eyes of law. Okay. So partnership having a separate, not having a separate legal entity in the eyes of law. LLP having a separate legal entity in the eyes of law. Then point number 6. Perpetual succession. Yes. Partnership do not have the perpetual succession, and that is what the demerit of partnership. The duration of the partnership is not fixed here. It is very uncertain. As if the partner will give the notice before the 14 or 15 days, so the partnership will be over. After the death of the partners, the partnership will be over. So the life of the partnership under this is very uncertain. As the life of the partnership under Partnership Act is very, very, very uncertain. Not having any kind of perpetual succession. Because it is not created by law, it is created by the individuals. Not having the perpetual succession, not having the separate legal entity, as not having the separate legal entity in the eyes of law. That is why it is not having the perpetual succession. And when we talk about LLP, so LLP is having the feature of perpetual succession as it is created by law. It is having a separate legal entity in the eyes of law. Individual can come and go, but the LLP will be like there always. As the partners are coming and the partners are going, doesn't matter. Incoming and outgoing of partner does not affect the life existence of the LLP. LLP will be always there as it is. Always the LLP will be there. As the partner is coming, as the partner is going out, whatever the happening in the economy, nothing matters. The LLP will be there because it is having the perpetual succession and it is having a separate legal entity in the eyes of law. What do you mean by perpetual succession? Unlimited life. As it is created by law, it will be destroyed by law itself. Okay. Number of partners. When we talk about partnership, so minimum number of partners are 2 and maximum number of partners are 50. When we talk about LLP, minimum number of partners are 2, maximum there is no limit. And actually LLP is a hybrid form. LLP is a hybrid form as because LLP is having the combination of both partnership and company. As combining the features of partnership and company, we are having the separate hybrid form, that is what LLP. So LLP is a combination of partnership and company. And having the features of both of them, we have formed the hybrid partnership, that is what LLP, limited liability partnership. Okay, that is why it is having features of both minimum number 2 of partnership and maximum it is unlimited of company. So we are consisting features of both. Okay. Ownership of assets. Firm cannot own any assets. The partners own the assets of the firm. Yes. The partners are the owners of the assets. Firm does not own any of the assets because firm is not having any kind of separate legal entity in the eyes of law. So it will not have any kind of assets on the assets or any of the ownership of the assets. LLP as an independent entity can own the assets. Yes, as LLP is a separate legal entity having existence in the eyes of law, being an artificial person. LLP can own the asset. As the company can own the asset, LLP can also own the assets in its own name. I am not talking about the designated partner. LLP on its own name can own the assets. Got it, everyone? But as we talk about partnership, all the assets will be under the ownership of the partners, not under the ownership of the firm, as because firm is not having any kind of separate legal entity status. Then liability, the most important feature. When we talk about partnership, the liability is unlimited. And when we talk about LLP, so the liability is limited. What do you mean by unlimited liability? Where the partner's personal assets is also considered for the paying of the debt of the firm. It is the feature of unlimited liability. But when we talk about limited liability, so under the limited liability feature, the personal assets of the partners will be not considered for paying off the debts of the company. Got it, everyone? Is it clear? So that is all about your difference between partnership and LLP. So is it clear, everyone? Is it clear? Is I'm clear, everyone? So what we have seen difference between partnership and LLP, and yesterday we have seen the difference between private company and public. Got it, everyone? Is it clear? Is it clear to everyone? Is there any doubt? If you are having any kind of doubt, you can drop the comment in the comment box. Or any of the suggestions regarding the lecture, you can drop the comment in the comment box. I'm there to take your suggestions. I'm there to take your feedback. Whatever the thing, if you want to ask, you can ask me. Okay? Okay, everyone. An important thing which I have to tell you is that there is one video, okay, regarding tricks to remember elasticity of demand. So the video is there on the YouTube in this channel. You can go to the channel. You can go to the videos. So there is a video known as tricks to remember concepts of elasticity of demand. And believe me, guys, I have given you 5 tricks to remember the concept of elasticity of demand, and that will help you a lot to remember the concept of elasticity of demand, so that you will be able to solve MCQ at the time of exam very easily. As you are having 4 types of elasticity of demand: price, income, cross, and advertisement. And all of these 4 types of elasticity is having numerical value. Okay, interpretation of numerical value. So I have given 5 easy tips to learn that numerical value, so that you will be able to solve MCQ at the time of exam very easily. So you can go and watch the video. Okay, everyone. And my plus class is going on till now. Till now, I have not completed that much of chapters. So now also you can join, as I am going to start with the next chapter, that is what market. Okay, and I'm also going to take cost there, market, price determination, and all of these things you will be not able to get under the plus and YP platform, under the special and YP platform. If you want the benefit of cost, if you want the benefit of price determination, business cycle, business organizations under BCK, then you have to be there at the plus platform, so that you will be able to avail the benefit of all of the topics in a sequence. Okay. So with this, I will take a leave, guys. As we have what we have seen yesterday, we have seen the difference between public and private company. Today, we have seen the difference between partnership and LLP. Lot many things we have seen, and you have to remember all of these things, because they can ask anything they can ask anything in the form of MCQ. Each and everything you have to remember. They can ask anything: number of members, number of partners, liability, act, regulation, registration, anything they can ask as the MCQ. And believe me, guys, as you are having time now, so you have to read each and every line from your module and your notes. At least once you should read your module, the whole, full of the module you have to read and your notes. So that at the time of exams, if you are only revising also with the help of your notes or self-made notes, that will be sufficient, as you have once gone through to the module. After us going through the module, right now, you have to mark the important one there, and you can highlight that with the help of that sticky notes, so that it will help you out at the time of exam, that what you have to study, what is the important one, the whole module. There is no need to read at the time of exam. Whatever you have marked the important, whatever you have highlighted, wherever you have sticken the sticky notes, and you have to study that much only at the time of exam. So this will help you a lot. And as if you will study the module at the time of exam, it will be very hectic, and you will be not able to come to know what to study, what to not ask. You will be panicked, as this much of module you have to study. What you will do then? BCK module, economics module, and both the modules are very important, and you have to go with module also and notes also, and you have to read each and every line, because they can ask MCQ from any of the line. They will pick up the line and they will ask you the MCQ. So highlight the things, stick the sticky notes, that it will be like helpful at the time of exam, that this you have to study, this you have to remember, this is the important point. And as if you will not do this, that means you are doing a donkey study, as if you have to do the smart study, guys. Okay. So with this, I will take a leave. Until now, if you have not install the Unacademy's app. You have to go to the Play Store and you have to install the Unacademy app so that you will be able to attend free special classes, totally free, guys. As if you want to attend the free special classes, you have to install Unacademy's app from the Play Store and it is totally free, guys. And for unlocking the free sessions, you have to use the code PRACHI10. PRACHI PRACHI 1010. Okay? Okay. And you have to follow my profile. The link of my profile is given below in the description box. On the Unacademy's website, you have to follow my profile, and the link of my profile is there in the description box. As if you will follow my profile, you will be able to get all of the information regarding my lectures, my live classes, my plus batch, my special class, and why. So follow me on Unacademy's platform. Okay. And with this, I will take a leave. Thank you guys for being there. It was a great session with you all. Any of the doubt, if you want to ask me, you can ask. You can drop your comment in the comment box. Any of the suggestion regarding the videos that I should take, so please let me know. I will make the video for you all. And any doubt, anything, any hurdle, any demotivation, if you are having any of the questions, if you want to ask, if you have been if you have been like stopped anywhere, so I will be there to help you out. Okay, at the any of the path, if you are not able to take the decision where to go and how to do and how to perform the studies, Prachi ma'am is there. You can come to me. I can we will have a discussion. I will guide you how to do these studies, and whatever the problem you are having, we will discuss and we will solve. Okay, so I'm always there, guys. Be there, study hard, study regularly, and be serious as the exams are coming. So I will meet you in the next lecture with the next topic, and the next topic will be of NABARD, where we are going to revise the funding institutions in the next lecture. Okay, everyone. So guys, take care. Tada. Bye bye. See you in the next lecture. Bye, guys. Bye, everyone.